Kind of bailed out there. That pack was really mediocre until the end. But even Surveyor is the first pickable card. I think he'll be pretty happy to pick up here.
Yeah, and I think he's always defaults to Sultai colors.
Yes.
He loves the card advantage strategies. He wants card drawing from blue, he wants discard from black, and then he'll pair it with whatever color his bomb is. Green is obviously the easiest since it gives him 2 enemy color pairs and a nice clan. So yeah, Aven Surveyor is the pick from Gerard Fabiano. Pretty straightforward pack?
Yeah, I think so. That one was one that didn't have one of those big rares. Crucible, not really even a playable card in most scenarios. And so that made it pretty easy for him. And that pack was bad. He took the good card out of that pack.
Oh, this has a light form, and I saw an outcast. So white may be open.
Jeez. Let's see if the rare's missing from this pack. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Oh.
Reach of Shadows.
And yes, the rare is gone from this pack.
So do you reach here, or do you go for one of the white cards?
You know, this is an interesting thing. We saw Gerard try to branch out and take some red cards and try to build an aggressive deck in the first draft of the day.
He could not resist the lure of
went back.
The Sultai colors.
Yeah, and he ended up not playing his first, third, and fourth pick of the draft.
Yeah, I think it's good that Gerard knows who he is here. I like that Reach of Shadows.
I do too, and that was a decision. If he knows who he is, he takes Reach. Otherwise, he takes the light form. Yeah. And I'm proud of Gerard. He's not, he didn't like that deck. He 2-1 with it, and I don't know how, but...
It's a Valorous stance for whoever the white drafter is on Gerard's left.
Really?
Yeah. He's going to take Dousing Gloom over Valorous stance. I mean, in for penny, in for pound, right? After he just ships light form Sandstep Citadel, he can't take Valorous stance.
Well, he's not afraid of playing white.
And Douse is,
Douse is decent.
It's not as good, but...
Yeah.
It's not completely outclassed by Valorous stance.
No, it's not.
Not given that you have a blue card and a black card in your pile in particular.
Right. I mean, the real question here, because I think if you put them in the arena and didn't consider color, Valorous stance does completely outclass it. But when you consider
just
the
because
fact
it's cheaper and kills bigger things, that's
and
all?
also protects your bomb.
All right, fine.
But if you take color into the equation, it does become a lot closer. And
this pack's kind of dry.
These packs are junky. I think he's
Jungle Hollow?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I mean the best other card is Hunt the Weak.
Yes. And Hunt the Weak isn't a great card for the type of deck that Gerard likes to play.
He might wind up with 6, 7, 8 creatures.
Yeah.
So Jungle Hollow is pretty solid though. I don't think you have to. It'd be nice if there was a better card there, but Jungle Hollow's going straight into the deck.
It's a little early, but fine.
So Gerard is passing to Yuya, according to my stats.
Really? So Yuya
Shamanic Revelation. Yuya's getting the hookup in white, is what I see.
Yuya's going to get the hookup in white. So this
Thornwood
is Thornwood Falls or Whisk Away, I think, are the two main choices. Though I am curious to see how much Gerard values Shamanic Revelation. In the right deck, the card can be really powerful. It just takes a very specific deck to do it.
Yeah, well, he went Whisk Away.
I like that too.
Thornwood Falls is pretty good.
Those are both really tempting. But Whisk Away is effectively a removal spell in his main color, so it's hard to look that down. It is funny, this pack, the Fate Reforged pack, it isn't ultimately that important to Gerard. Like all the stuff he really wants comes in the next 2 packs.
What are you taking here?
Probably Feral Crew Shock.
How about Return to the Earth?
Yeah, sure. Sideboard card. There's nothing.
Yeah.
His deck is not a Hewstone Retainers deck either. I saw the best Hewstone Retainers deck I've ever seen in the hands of Andrew Cuneo earlier today. Infinite awesome 1-drops, which there's not very many awesome 1-drops. Whoa!
Tarka?
That card's not that good, but it's not
a little late.
bad.
These packs, is he Tassiger's Cruelty is tempting to him, perhaps?
I don't know if he wants
Tarka's not in his
second
color.
Return to the Earth. I think I would just take a Tarka.
Yeah, I think I agree. His decks are often looking for one big finisher.
Yes, and that thing closes out the game really quickly.
Yeah, I think you take it.
I think so too.
You don't have to play
you're not
it.
happy. Yeah, you could see, his body language was kind of like, oh, fine.
These packs have been bad for him.
Bad for everybody.
Yeah,
Those
he hasn't
first few
shipped
were
much.
good.
He shipped good white in the early couple of packs, but he was taking good cards too.
Yeah, now
I guess he shipped a Harsh Sustenance.
He did
later.
He did.
If he was black. If he was white black, he could have the highest quality right now.
Yes. Absolutely.
But he hasn't shipped that much worse
No.
than he's taken.
It's been a lot of Aven skirmishers and kind of nonsense like
Yeah.
that floating by. He takes a Rite of Undoing for this pick. Fine. It's fine. And this is a pack that he opened. And, you know, I just read Dark Deal and I thought, well, that's pretty accurately describes this pack and this whole draft for Gerard so far. He just really doesn't have anything going on.
Nope. You'd probably take a Cunning Strike here,
Yes.
right? You might wind up splashing red. He went Ancestral Vengeance?
Yeah, which is typically a sideboard card as well. Though the way this is shaping up,
Jeez,
oh,
Harsh Sustenance still
back.
there. Skullkeeper a card for him?
It is a card for him for sure. So is Formless Nurturing. Skullkeeper does go pretty nicely into most of the strategies that he likes to play, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Makes sense.
Gerard is no stranger to
Wow.
shambling remain. Jeez, really?
He's just going to keep shipping these Harsh Sustenances.
I'm
Did he
surprised.
take a Crucial? He took, Fruit of the First Tree? Over Crucial and over Harsh Sustenance?
You know, I think he would just mulligan this whole pack if he could. This has
Oh,
just been
absolutely.
dismal for
This
him.
pack has been great news for the people on the other side of the table.
Yeah. And probably for Yuya.
Yeah, if Yuya is black-white, if he's soaking up those two Harsh Sustenance, well, you know what? If he wasn't black-white, he was white. Now he's black-white. If he wasn't before.
Yep.
Those Harsh Sustenance coming all the way around. Archers. Wow. This is
He is not going to be happy with this pack, and
This
he
is
is
a
going to need to
total
get
train wreck.
hooked up. And you know what? I think he could have been in a slightly better deck, right? By
For
being
now.
a little more open, but
not that much
but
better.
Not that much. Like this seat was just miserable.
yeah.
Like I don't put this on Gerard. Like I said, he could have moved into white and maybe had something a little better, but
Well, you know what? If he'd moved into white and then gotten those two Harsh Sustenances, he could have actually a good black-white start.
yeah,
It would be Creature Light.
it would be better than this. Look at this pile.
Yeah, this is terrible.
This is
This
not
is
how
like
you want your
3
top
cards.
8 draft to start. Yeah, he's got Douse and Gloom, Reach of Shadows, Whisk
Aven
Away,
Surveyor.
and a Surveyor.
Okay, 4, maybe 5 cards.
Yeah, I mean his 5th or 6th best card is Jungle Hollow. Like that's where Gerard's at right now. Now you know he's well known for being able to piece together wins
Yeah,
and even
maybe 6
GPs, but man, you know with subpar cards.
Uh-huh.
But those are the ones that he thinks are good. He doesn't think these ones are good. He knows that his deck isn't good right now.
Yeah. Of course, his first deck this morning was kind of a train wreck. He said it. He gave it what, a 4 out
He
of 10.
gave it a 4 out of 10, and I had it at a 3.
Yeah,
it
a
was
little less
really
than that.
bad. Yeah,
It was bad, but he 2-1'd with it.
He did. All right, let's see what he gets here.
Savage Punch, Icy Blast, Treasure Cruise.
He gets bailed out with a Treasure Cruise, but even then, you know, that still isn't
Yeah, I mean,
the
the
type of card you want to first pick.
Right, the cards in his colors are the Icy Blast and the Savage Punch, which are not good in his deck.
Right. He's also got the Riverwheel Aerialist, which would be okay, but again, it's just okay. I would take the Cruise here, but
First pick?
yeah. It immediately becomes the best card in his deck. And he does have a Sultai Skullkeeper to help, but this is just... That isn't what he wanted to see either. So Gerard's got some work to do. He's got to figure that Yuya's not going to be filtering out too much of his stuff.
This pack should be good for him.
Yeah.
If there are cards in his colors. I mean, he put Yuya in the other 2 colors. Well,
All
there's
right, well,
Rakshasa Secret.
Do you think Yuya did that on
Throttle. Put it on top, you mean?
Yeah.
Sultai Charm, Injury.
purpose? Obviously, all the good cards come together for Gerard here.
Which one do you take?
Well, if it were me, I would take probably the Sultai Charm, and then I would
seem like
plan
the
on
best
getting the Rakshasa Secret back because that's what you can do.
Yeah.
Now, for Gerard, he hates passing them. Now, this is a fine
Ooh,
hedge.
Debilitating Injury.
Yeah, he took the one that's easier to cast. You know, Sultai Charm's better, but Debilitating Injury is cheaper and easier to cast, so he took the slightly more consistent card. Also, and this is interesting, Sultai Charm is much more likely to wheel than Debilitating Injury
Yeah, there's
is.
0 chance Injury wheels. But
Right. But there's a
Decent
reasonable chance that Sultai Charm does.
I mean,
So-
would you draft Sultai at a top 8 draft that included Gerard? Like, just his presence could easily turn him into the only
God,
Sultai
you know, that's
drafter.
funny. I hadn't considered it, but I don't know if I would.
All these guys know him and his reputation at this point.
Yes.
I mean, the real question is, do they start hate drafting his Rakshasa Secrets?
Just on a random, like, I'm probably not going to play
Like,
these,
it-
take a Rakshasa
Ninth
Secret.
pick, yeah. I mean, you have to think about that if you're at this table, right? I mean,
You-
Gerard's rooting for people to ship them like they have been all year,
Right.
really.
Yes. That is interesting. I think you do, to be honest.
Hate them?
Yeah. I mean,
think
obviously,
about it.
you don't give up a playable for yourself, but if it's borderline,
Right. Like I don't know that he can count on getting them 13th. But that one he'll get, what was it, 9th or 10th?
Yeah.
That one's probably going to hang out.
Rakshasa Vizier, unfortunately, not the rare he was really hoping for.
Dismal Backwater.
Yeah.
Savants.
I would take the backwater here, but boo. You know, he finally got an on-clan rare here. And interestingly, the Vizier, you know, if there was ever a deck for it, it's the ones that Gerard plays. He's counting.
I think you take Vizier. It can do some stuff.
I would not take the Vizier there.
Really?
No. Maybe he's light on creatures.
He's always light on creatures.
Yeah, maybe
Name
he's feeling
two that
that
he's
pressure.
drafted.
Sultai Ascendancy? Oh, there's a Bitter Rev.
Yeah, Bitter Rev seems like the play here.
This is where the Marshall and Gerard cross-sections
Overlap
meet
on Bitter
up.
Revelation?
Yeah, we both love that card. Okay, so he's picking up a little here.
Little.
You know, he's not jumping out of his seat, but he's filling out his deck at least, which is more than you can say for that first pack.
Another Backwater. Secret Plans. Is he a Secret Plans man?
Feels like no. I
Not enough creatures
can't
for that.
recall a morph yet.
Yeah, I mean, most people are playing Morphs on turn 3. He's playing Rakshasa's Secret.
Yeah,
So you just Backwater.
yeah. Get your mana straightened out while you can.
Sure.
Try to set yourself up for what hopefully for Gerard is a really great third pack. If he can wheel a couple of those cards that he was hoping to get back and open real well in the third pack, he could salvage a pretty nice deck out of this thing, but he's up against it. Right now, it's not great.
Storm, Kintry Warden, Jeskai Charm, where there just haven't been cards for him.
Nope. It feels like he's fighting.
Maybe.
I
I mean,
think
we'll
he
find
takes
out
the
when
Warden
that
here.
Sultai. He's looking at Jeskai Charm?
just-
I would have thought Kintry Warden.
Banners, interestingly, I don't know really what he's ramping into at this point.
The Vizier. Followed by the Treasure Cruise.
Turn 4 Vizier, turn 5 Cruise.
It's pretty good, right?
I like that. Would play. All right.
Abomination.
A gift from the dragons has appeared. Abomination of Gadul. That's a nice pickup for
That
Gerard.
pick did not take very long.
No. It wasn't fighting with much.
That also is a sign that he's not fighting for Sultai.
Agree.
He got the Vizier 3rd. He gets that, what are we, 7th-ish?
Yeah. That might have been 8th, actually.
Might have been 8th.
Yeah. I think this next pack might be his wheel pack. We'll see. What in the world is that Bonkin doing in there?
No idea. It's not in there anymore, though. Gerard's like, why is there still an Einok Bonkin in this pack?
How is that still in there?
It got through Yuya, too, who must be white based on the passes we saw.
Gosh.
This is this. Oh, there's the
They came
Rakshasa
back.
secret. The Sultai Charm is not there, but the secret is.
Yep.
That's fair.
So
He
that's
deserves
a
that.
signal, and I
10th.
agree.
He can get it 10th. It's the only one opened, I think.
He was super happy about it too.
Yeah. He was hoping it would come back.
This is fine. Swarm of Bloodflies.
It's not spectacular in his decks, but wow, Singing Bell Strike.
He is a little light on removal. I suppose he's not exactly abusing this swarm.
Right. I just thought maybe Sambar to block.
Oh yeah, just to get something down early, fill up your graveyard.
I mean, the thing is that with his decks, he's not like he wins the game before they can untap this with Singing Bell Strike.
This
Sultai
has to
Banner
be
came all the way back.
Scout though, right? He's got a Treasure Cruise.
Yep.
Yeah, get that graveyard filled up. He doesn't seem to really love Scout the Borders.
Right, he does not.
And I'm
He
with
wants
him
to
on
fill
that.
with Rakshasa's Secret.
Yeah.
But he's only got one Rakshasa Secret, so maybe he has to play a Scout.
Wow, there's a
Doesn't
lot
have
of
a lot
pressure.
of Delve yet either, right? Just the Cruise? I don't even think he considered a Shambling Attendance at
Yeah,
one
he didn't
point,
take
but
it. Yeah.
never saw a Gurmag Angler.
Nope.
Didn't see anything here except the Cruise that he first picked. Well, the deck got better. That pack was definitely better than the first one.
You know, what are his green cards?
Vizier.
That's it, right? Flip
Abomination.
up Abomination. So he's splashing green and he's blue-black right now.
True story. He's got a Jungle Hollow, and I think he does have one banner if he wants it.
And he took a Dismal Backwater too.
I'm just trying to think about how easy the green splash is.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. 1 free source of green. Currently just for the Vizier and the Abomination. So, a better pack, but this deck isn't good yet, is it?
He's got 15 playables in his hand right
He's
now.
got 15?
Yes.
That is not a large number.
That's not including the lands, but still.
Well, you can't count the lands. You got to get to 22, right?
Right.
He's on pack.
Maybe 21 for Gerard.
Well, 15 is 7.5 per pack, so.
So he's on pace for a
well,
playable
he caught
deck.
up. He got 6 and then 8.
Yeah.
I mean, that's rounding. That's counting everything out of Fate Reforged. Booting Mandrills.
He slowed down a little, really hoping to get something big here in this third pack. Another
Once
stupid
again.
Icy Blast.
Okay,
Oh, he
Murderous
got there.
Cut. Yeah, no, the Icy Blasts are really bad news because it's like it's a rare in his color.
Yep.
But not for his deck.
And that was the second one that he's opened here, and
Yep.
that is just not the kind of card that he can leverage. Good news, though. Murderous Cut right behind it bailed him
Definitely.
out.
I don't think that Mandrills can table. It's a decent pack, though.
It does feel like that's not tabling, yeah.
I don't think it's good enough.
He would enjoy it. Murderous Cut, so good.
Oh, yeah.
Just straight up one of the best cards in the set. So that was number 16.
I would like to remind all of our top competitors that wherever all of our players.
Nothing.
Tusk-
Anafenza.
Throttle, Tuskguard Captain on a Fenza.
You just have to throttle. I don't think you can get into white.
Wasn't there a Tuskguard Captain in there somewhere?
Was there?
Yeah, but
Oh,
I
Tuskguard,
guess
yeah.
he's just not green enough, right?
Sure.
Remember we were talking about it being a splash?
Yeah, and off 1 land right now.
Yeah.
Probably makes throttle better.
Yeah, and green plus white's just not possible for Anafenza.
Right.
Remember, he's blue-black base, but a throttle's reasonable.
Yeah.
Not quite as good as the Murderous Cut he just
No,
picked up.
I think
but-
he's now officially past significantly more powerful cards than he's drafted.
Oh, for sure.
For a while in Fate Reforged, it was like, well, the packs are just bad.
Yes.
No,
No.
the packs have just not cooperated with him.
And they continue
And
not to.
Yeah, indeed. I mean,
Yeah.
he gets a bit of revelation.
He gets a bit of revelation, but he's kind of drawing more junk here. He's hoping to get the Dismal Backwater on the wheel,
Yep.
but, you know, he might just get that Highland game or something, and that's just not something he can play, so. Wow, this has been really rough for Gerard. And I got to say that, you know, sometimes we see this, Randy, where the packs just all seem weak, but that doesn't seem to be the case here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's, of course, remember his draft deck is going to be relative to the rest of the field.
Scavenger.
The rest of the field feels pretty strong.
He's passed some good cards.
Yes.
This is called Sultai Scavenger, pretty easy.
Yep. I mean, I say that, but, you know, like, Gerard could have taken cancel and just, you know, been very confident about it, and I just like, okay, sure.
I mean, his picks this draft haven't been that crazy.
No, this draft he's been kind of right on track. He's also
Other
had
than
few choices.
he's forced his archetype.
Yes.
He hasn't even considered branching out.
No,
I mean, not many people in his seat would have this deck.
no, he's got a throttle to pick here. Ugh, this curve is getting out of control here for Gerard as well.
Yeah, if his opponent gives him the time to Bitter Revelation and then throttle, he's fine.
He's set. But if he plays somebody who's going to put a lot of heat on him early, those throttles just shrink right up.
You have 50 minutes, please begin.
Same thing with Rakshasa's Secrets, for that matter. Though he doesn't seem to have that problem, as he's only been able to pick up one so far.
Another Disowned Ancestor can help a little bit. He's looking at Bloodveil Caves, Krumar Bonkin.
I guess he just needs some creatures.
Isn't the Disowned Ancestor the blocker that he needs?
He's got one.
Guess.
Like, what are his win conditions right now?
Okay, yeah, I mean, 5/3 Dork is probably a good card for him right now.
I guess. He's probably thinking right now about the deck he had in the last draft, which was quite good. He opened a Crux of Fate in that one.
Another Bonkin.
All right, Bonkin
Another
beat him.
Sultai Ascendancy. He didn't take the first one.
Yeah, I don't think he'll take this one either. It's not that good of a
Right.
card.
I'm just saying, if anybody wanted it, it should be him. But no. Doesn't do enough. Seems so hard to trigger a Skull Hunter. It seems like you just Bonkin. Wow. As soon as
drop.
I say that.
2-drop, I suppose.
Yeah, wouldn't you rather have a Disowned Ancestor, though? You could have had Disowned Ancestor into Bonkin.
Yeah.
You don't know that's coming, though. I'm being a little results-oriented there. Shambling Attendants.
Sure.
That works.
All right, we got a finisher.
Sure. He's just a Scavenger, too. I mean, his deck seems okay. It's just missing 2 or 3 bombs. Like, if you just add 3 first picks to this deck, then it's fine.
Yeah. Instead, he opened up
just
2 Icy Blasts and a Crucible of the Spirit Dragon.
Yes. Crucible, Icy Blast are
Yeah.
his opens.
And the bricks. He's going to take a stubborn denial here and hope that he doesn't have to main deck it, though.
Might have killed the Trumpet Blast out of that pack.
Well, the Trumpet Blast will kill him later.
Yeah, it's the problem. Is he really bringing in Stubborn Denial against somebody?
I mean, it's Gerard. Like, he
yeah,
might
I mean, it's
main
just
deck
a
it
Force Spike,
It's
but-
a Force Spike. God, these Ponyback Brigades are just the scariest, too. They match up so well with what Gerard's trying, so poorly with what Gerard's trying to do. He plays a 3/5 Death Touch, and they flip up Ponyback Brigade. It just doesn't end well for Gerard. I'm really curious to see what Yuya's in, and we're going to find out.
Marty was pretty open.
That's what I'm thinking he might be in.
It feels like he should be in Black-White based on Gerard's passes.
And then
also,
these Ponybacks might have nudged him into splashing red, huh?
yeah, maybe.
Jeez, a Russia battle here, too. Is he really going to play the second Skull Hunter? Yeah. I mean, I like Gerard, that Gerard's not, cutting it. It doesn't make a lot of sense, though it does feel like if I walk over and watch Yuya draft, he's going to make use of those cards.
Turns out you don't have to walk anywhere to watch your draft.
Oh, I can stay right here?
You can just hang out.
What about the audience?
They can hang out too.
All right, let's do that.
All right, grade the deck.
It's like a 3.5 or a 4.
It's worse than his first one?
Yeah,
It's even worse than the
I
first one?
think so. I mean, look, 4.5.
I was
you
on
could talk me
4.5
into
or 5.
4.5. Yeah. If 5 is